always say, if you're not giving me an A, give me an F. You giving me the worst grade in the world, worse than an F, is a D. Because with the D, even though we love the D over here, you know which D I'm talking about. But with the D, oh, my coffee looks so good.
It does. Compared to
That don't even look like coffee. That's not even coffee.
The way the whipped cream is running down the side of the coffee,
That is over.
the white stuff has run down the side of my face from time to time.
That looks really good. The
That
coffee
does look
looks
good.
That's my coffee.
It does look good.
If I drank coffee, I would drink that.
That looks like coffee.
Y'all hire clowns as if you were running a circus. So you get a circus and you hire clowns. Anyway, moving on.
Take it from the people who play cards for him. He be cheating.
No, I only cheat on Uno. Only Uno. Only Uno.
Uno, Tuno, Luno, he is a cheater.
Everything.
If you cheat,
See, they said you probably look. He said you probably do
cheat.
cheat. He do.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
I'm out of here. Bye.
OnlyFans so that you can look at the longer videos and you can go in the comforts of your own little room at the boarding house, rent it home, grab your little Albaline and smoke it out for as long as you want it, playing it over and over and over, the long videos of Malik's long peen, because you have an infatuation with his long peen. I am certain that at this point you want him to shove his long peen somewhere inside of your body. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
The devil, and the devil was fucking up here.
Here he go. Here we go.
Y'all wasn't gonna make me the oldest one on here.
You did not send me a text, a link.
I did.
I do have to
On the
say,
flyer.
Ty, you were in the group chat on Instagram, whatever Instagram that was.
Wait, what? Kenny? Love you down. I don't have no problem with Kenny. I like Kenny. But Kenny girl. Kenny girl. Kenny girl, we did not think he was nobody's straight. Neither did we think he was nobody's top. At best, verse. If I stretch, maybe if I stretch, I might give you verse top. I'll stretch and give you verse top. But you do know that we had already deduced that you like to have spoons dipped into your sugar bowl, right? We had already. I mean, I don't think there's anybody, even DeAndre, who professes that he's the top, and Archie, who professes that he's the top. They profess to be straight tops. You ain't gonna get me to believe that they had a spoon dipped into their sugar bowl every now and then. The least about JG.
Yeah, no, that's a tough one. Well, definitely what I like the most about David is
Y'all girls need to understand. Girl, you had a bust down. Girl, y'all had a one-night stand. Y'all got drunk one day. Y'all had a one-night stand. It was good that night because you was drunk. Probably if you was sober, you gonna be like, girl, this wasn't even that good. But girl, you was drunk or coked out or a combination of the two of them. Whatever the fuck y'all do down there to the LA. Y'all had a good bust down. It was what it was. You should have kept it moving.
Y'all can't even hear me. Y'all know what? I didn't even know I was on mute. I'm over here just talking away. Just talking away. Child. Because I wasn't looking at the chat. I was trying to upload something. Just a mess. Just a damn mess. I do that all the time, y'all. Y'all don't pay me no mind. I was not looking at the chat, y'all. So I'm over here trying to make sure that I'm uploading all my videos that I need to have uploaded right for the video breakdown segment. Looking at everything on all of the different screens, that screen over here, that screen over here, and then all of the different tabs that I needed to upload and stuff, talking to y'all. Baby, I ain't worth shit. I ain't worth a damn. I ain't shit. Okay. Child, I ain't shit, honey. God. L Teddy, do better. Do better. Do better. Anyway, we here. Y'all all right? Let me say hey to y'all, and we got to get started. The dossier, like I said, is way too packed for us to play around with it. Hey, Chef Don. I was over there in the bushes down to Chef Don's house this morning. Uh-huh. Hey, DPG. Not Saturday. Silly Saturday. Hey, Tacos and Tequila. We got my Haitian princess, Universal Goddess is here. Lady D is in the building. We have the lovely incandescent Demetria is here. Hey, E Starkey, I feel like I ain't see you in a little minute. It's good to see you. Good to see you. Ciao. All y'all over here yelling at me. Y'all can't hear me. Hey, MBM Boo. Everybody just yelling. Stupid L Teddy, we can't hear you, idiot. Ciao. Hey, Lock Queen. And I'm just talking away. Hey, Cassandra. I'm just talking away. Talking. Hey, Anita. Montrez, what's good, bruh? Montrez, we got a good year. For this day of music, we got a good year for this day of music, Montrez. I think you're going to like this year. The year that we did. Ciao. Look at Demetria. Look at Demetria. Look at Paul. Hey, Paul. I'm glad Paul wasn't in here at that time. Paul would have been picking at me. I know he would have. I'm glad you came in late, Paul, so you ain't have to pick at me. Girl. Just a mess. Just a damn mess. Ciao. So we're about ready to get this party started. Hey, Tracy. Hey, D. What's going on? What's going on, D? What's going on, Jason? What's good, bruh? Listen, y'all. If y'all ready to get this party started, go ahead and put a Shondo in the chat. Ciao. Ciao. Just a mess. Just a damn mess. You over at the gym listening? While you over there getting it in, doing them squats, showing your ass and bulge to the people down to the gym. Y'all know DB over there down to the gym, giving them people something they can feel. Just doing all of them squats, showing his ass, making sure his bulge is hanging out and stuff. You know he be real X-rated down to the gym. Hey D, we love you. Anyway, it looks like y'all are ready to get this party started. So we're not going to belabor the issue. We're not going to waste no time. We're going to go ahead and get the party started. Let me take this overlay down so y'all can see us here. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and get this good party started. Mm-hmm. You on your lunch break, E. Starkey? Okay. Listen. It's time for this. Listen. This really is. Child, he be a one-man Pornhub down to the gym. Okay. Giving them something they can feel down there. Child. All you got to do is go to his Instagram. He be having his ass out and shit, showing all kinds of prints and bulges and stuff. Letting the people know what they make down to the Caribbean. How it gets made down in the Caribbean. Anyway, go ahead and put the hashtag ABCs in the chat. It's time for my favorite segment, the hashtag ABCs. A bitch can't. Now, I noticed this week with our hashtag ABC. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm out of protocol. Like I said, it's time for the ABCs.
ABC. A bitch can't. A bitch can't get a hit. A bitch can't get on the charts. A bitch can't get a Grammy. A bitch just can't.
A bitch just can't. I'm just saying. Anyway, not our coochies are hot. Child, not my coochie ain't hot. It's wet and moist. It is kind of warm and steamy down there too. But don't nobody need to know that. Anyway. Child. Don't go over there, Chef Don. Child, he'll poke your eyeball out. That thing come out, he's gonna poke your whole eyeball out. When he pop that thing out, oh shit. Don't say I ain't warned you. He gonna show you some good ass too, but you're gonna be like, you don't want to play it like some bongo drums. I'm just saying. Big booty hoes, pump with it. I'm just saying. Why am I you know why? Because the coffee is extra good today. And we just on one. Hey, Candace F. Now, for those people who may be new here, I have to always remember that there are always new people. If you're new here, our hashtag ABC section is for things that we saw and we just said based on the articles and the headlines and stories we saw. And just from the headline alone, we said we don't have the energy, don't have the bandwidth, don't have the energy. We will not engage. Do not engage in the hostiles. And we don't engage. Hey, Terrence, what's good, bro? Child, not that you watch it from the wrestling ring. Child, I'm glad y'all took a break from wrestling. Hey, Janae. Took a break from wrestling. Child. Yeah. Y'all watching me on the big TV? You know, you have that big TV in your bedroom and stuff like that. So I hope y'all watching me from the TV in the bedroom. Wait, man, I don't even know who you talking about, Jason. Like Hams. Child. You have to send me his stuff. Look at Harold. Harold! Harold! Hey. Not you popping out the bushes to call us mannish. Child. You need to go to the church house for yourself, okay? Talk about us. You need to go for yourself. Yeah. Child. Yeah. Well, Terrence, we glad you and Janae having a good time over there. You know, stay focused though. Try not to do no wrestling. Just take a break from wrestling, you know, for these couple hours, and y'all can get back to wrestling once we done. Okay. God, focus, pupils, focus. We are already 15 minutes in, and y'all are cutting up in this chat, and we ain't even got started yet. You know this about to be a good show. Child. Hey, Sharice, what's good, boo? It's early over there, Sharice, girl. It's 9 o'clock. It's 9:20 over there. I'm glad you go ahead and get you some coffee, Sharice, like I got, because the coffee is extra good today. Child. Look at this one right here. Look at this one right here. We about to go ahead and get this party started. What I was gonna say earlier was, y'all, I noticed that the hashtag ABC section was heavy on the Diddy. And that's because we were like, listen, we don't care. We have Diddy overload right now. We don't give a damn. Oh, you up packing? Okay. Well, girl, don't just do some light work. Don't work too hard, honey. It's Saturday, honey. Hey, crazy homebody girl. You just drop it in. You got some stuff to go do. Okay, girl, we'll be here. Y'all know we love our people, our pupils over here. Crazy homebody girl is our girl. We will fight y'all about her. Anyway, here's the first one. Now listen, we're gonna cover this story a little bit later in the dossier. When we get into the dossier, we're gonna cover this story. But Mariah Mills, Tracy, you see your girl? Tracy, do you see your girl? Do you see your girl? Now, some other chick that put this lawsuit out, Mariah Mills says, "Bitch, I'm the number one stunner. I'm the OG. I'm the one that was here before the rest of you hoes. You think I don't want no parts of it?" Hey, Felicia. Now, I would be here for you, Mariah, had you not said you was going to Tony Busby. If you would have went to wait, what? Wait, how we get to packing? Wait, what? Wait, how do we oh. That's what we doing this morning? Uh oh. Sharice says she packing boxes. D had to let the people know, bitch, I'm over here packing too. What? I'm packing what you need. I'm packing what you need. I'm just saying. Oh, we know this, Mariah. We know this, Mariah D. We have covered her over and over and over. Listen. We have covered her over and over and over. And mama does not miss a moment and don't miss a beat. Right. Right. Double drumsticks, Mariah Mills. We have covered her in grave detail. Man, we would have been with you had you not said you was over there with Tony Busby. Nobody goes over there to Tony Busby no more. I'm just saying. I mean, you might as well go over there to Gloria Allred. You might as well go over there to that man with all of those incessant commercials, John Foy or whatever his name is. You know, the little ambulance chaser people. Just going on over there. I mean, 1-800-411-PAIN. Don't want no parts of that. You might as well call 1-800-411-PAIN if you going over there to Tony Busby. I'm just saying. Y'all are cutting up in this chat. Tracy, you know that's your girl. You need to go talk to your girl. Hey, Ravine. Hey, Spicy Original. Spicy Original, we got some good palate cleansers today, too. I don't know, Demetria. That's why this is in the hashtag ABCs, because we don't have this type of time. We do not have this type of time. Mariah, go with God. Ma'am, go with God. I'm not. I listen. A bitch can't. A bitch just can't. I read this headline at
ABC. A bitch can't. A bitch can't get a hit. A bitch can't get on the charts. A bitch can't get a Grammy. A bitch just can't.
Nope. I need to get a clip of the choir where they singing no. Child, that used to be my song back in the day. Anyway, oh, don't worry. You think that didn't make it to the hashtag ABCs, Tracy? You know me. You know me way too well, better than that, Tracy. We're not doing this with you, Don. And you know Diddy used to be great friends with Donald John. So I could see this happening, but even if it does, I don't want no parts of it. A bitch can't, no. No. This is a federal case. So what that means is he absolutely could be pardoned and released by Donald John. I don't want no parts of it. Nope. And of course, who decides they don't want to be left out of the conversation? Another past president of the International Federation of Fuckboys, 50. Can somebody do something about him? Just why couldn't his mouth stay wired shut? Well, then he still have his thumbs to tweet and stuff. I'm just saying. This man gets on my nerves. Hey, Nay. Oh, you know they are. Oh, his people are already putting money into the Trump meme coin and everything. Baby, just as sure as that conviction comes out, he will certainly be pardoned. I fully expect that. But 50, we don't we don't have this type of time. Did 50 already go visit him, visit Donald John during his last administration, during the 45 administration? I don't know. You knew he was, Ravine, because he ain't shit. I'm just saying. Don't he get he get on my nerves? Child. Harold, it ain't baffling to me. It's trifling as hell. I just can't. Oh God. I just cannot with these people. Child. Oh, it doesn't stop. Everybody wants some parts of Diddy today, right? So another past president of the International Federation of Fuckboys decided he wanted to chime in. I mean, what are we having? Is it time for their annual convention or something? Because the all of the past presidents of the International Federation of Fuckboys are making appearances. Hey, Jay Thomas. Girl, Cassandra, not that you call him the handler. I'm not doing this with y'all. I am not doing this with y'all. Jason, girl. And there's your comment of the day. There, ladies and gentlemen, is officially your comment of the day. Oh, buck breaking in 2025 is weird work, but that's what's going on. Like, I don't know where y'all find these people at. I have no idea. Child. I don't think I saw that. I ain't see Top Mom. Child, you got to send me that clip, Tracy. I need that in my life. Child, I need that. Child. And since we speaking of pardons, since that's what we're doing, since we're pardoning people, here we are. Here the fuck we are. I'm just saying. Hey, Angela, I see you finally woke up. You late for class. Trey had you up all night. Child. I don't even think he can pardon Karen. Isn't that a state charge? Like, I don't even think he has the power to pardon her, because that's not a federal charge, is it? Thought that was a state. Either way, Katie, but y'all know Katie ain't the brightest bulb. You know, she don't know no better. Mama ain't the brightest bulb, you know, in the shed. I'm just saying. Child, they just giving out law degrees like Skittles now. Child, I can't. I don't. Where do y'all find these people? I just really be wanting to know where the hell y'all find these people? Ain't no freak here. Hey, Xavier. Now, I'm going to give you a little pass for being late today, Xavier, because it's early over there. Hey, the Informed. Now, I'm going to give the Informed a pass today, too, because I think he went to go see Maddie last night. Did you see Really Be out down to the show? The Informed. Did you go to the Maddie show last night, The Informed? Did you see my sis Really Be down to the Maddie show? Child, yeah. Child, I'm not doing this with Xavier. I'm not doing this with Xavier today. Listen, that was your hashtag ABC section. Y'all have been clowning, okay? Child, y'all is clowning already. All the fuck ready, okay? Let's go ahead and do this belly flop into the dossier. Let's go ahead and let's get on into it. Let's do this belly flop into the dossier. I just love his lips. I mean, I'm not looking down here. I'm not looking down here on this young man. I'm not looking down here at his crotch. Why would I be looking at his crotch? I'm just gonna look at these nice soup coolers he got right there. Soup coolers. I don't listen. I am a pure and chaste Christian woman. Okay? I don't get involved in the debauchery like you people. Harold, 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 Harold. Right, I like his haircut and his tattoos and them lips. Child. Look at Trace. Hey. Girl. That's a nice little gold do-rag he got on. Okay. Girl. Y'all are clouding this morning. Whew. Now, is this man available on Amazon? Child, don't you wish you could just buy a good man on Amazon to come fulfill your needs for the night and let him be? Oh, they do have that. It's called men.men or whatever they call it. I think they got a new one called Tryst or Trice, Tryst or something like that. Child, they got a bunch of them. They have, if you just need one, I'm just saying. Anyway, let's get into the dossier. Child, Jesus is Lord. We unfortunately, we have to mourn the loss of life of Nico McKnight. Now, Nico McKnight is the son of another past president of the International Federation of Fuckboy, hashtag IFFB, Brian McKnight. Now, we don't know. They said he's had a 2-year battle with cancer, and his uncle, Brian McKnight's brother Claude, announced on his social media that Nico McKnight had passed away, that his nephew had passed away, and we don't know. There's conflicting reports as to whether or not his father had reconciled with him or not prior to him going on to the ancestral plane, prior to him going on to be with the Lord. And it's just sad what Brian McKnight, I mean, it's sad, it's deplorable, it's insidious, what this man, some of the things that he did and said about his own children, and has been saying, Brian McKnight, you ain't shit. So I sincerely hope that there was some reconciliation. His uncle said that they did not. See, that's what I'm saying. And there's a special place. They're gonna have a house next to your house. Your real estate in the afterlife, Brian McKnight, is going to be right on the 8th level of hell, right next to Satana, Ashley Darby. You're going to be on that same block. You, Ashley Darby, Mitch McConnell, y'all going to have that same block on the 8th level of hell. Yeah, special place. Special place. Special place. Listen, we glad that you no longer have to be in pain and suffer no more. And you know, we hope that you rest in peace with the ancestors on the ancestral plane. But Brian McKnight, you ain't shit. You ain't shit. Oh, he ain't seeing no parts of him. No parts of him. None. Child Cassandra, we don't have epic and legendary reads of Satana over here. We can't stand Satana. Mm-mm. Hey, Pinky Tiki. I'm just saying. So let's break down what Zion Williamson got going on. Child. So a woman claiming to be one of Zion Williamson's exes has filed a lawsuit against the NBA star. Now we know it ain't Mariah Mills because Mariah Mills came out and said she's going to see Tony Busby. So we know it ain't Mariah Mills, okay? She's alleging that he raped, kidnapped, and terrorized her on multiple occasions throughout their years-long relationship. Well, my question is this: when did y'all date? Or was he dating you simultaneously while he was dating Mariah? Because we know he was dating Mariah for several years. And wasn't he paying Mariah like $100,000 a month or something like that? Or was it $100,000 a week or $100,000 a month? It was something crazy like that. I think it was a week. It was either $100,000 a week or $100,000 a month. One of y'all will remember. Tracy might remember better than me. But I'm trying to figure out, ma'am, when was this taking place? And clearly you wasn't getting the kind of money Mariah was getting. I'm just saying. Now, TMZ was the first to obtain the lawsuit. And so the name on the paperwork says Jane Doe. So she's trying to remain anonymous. She says she began dating him back in 2018 while he was playing for Duke. Oh, yeah, Mariah didn't want no parts of him back then. Mariah needed him when he had money, so I could see that. Now, the woman alleges that in 2020, a little over a year after he left Duke to join the New Orleans Pelicans, he raped and assaulted her in Southern California. According to the lawsuit, the violent incident took place on September 23rd, 2020, after the woman had gone to his Beverly Hills home. Excuse me. Now, the accuser says she told him she was tired and wanted to go to sleep, but he called her stuck up and a bitch and told her, quote, she could not go to sleep without having sex with me, end of quote. He then allegedly pinned her down. It don't take too much. You know, he a big boy. That's a big boy. He allegedly pinned her down on the bed and sexually assaulted her. Afterward, the lawsuit states that he took her phone, threw it, and then choked and screamed at her for, quote, talking too much, end of quote. The woman then alleges that he emitted an odor of alcohol throughout the encounter. She said you smelled like a distillery, okay? Sir, alcohol was pouring out of your pores, okay? Hey, Tarshell, the woman said you smelled like a distillery, okay? A whole ass fucking distillery, okay? I'm just saying. Days later, on October 10th, 2020, the accuser alleges that he raped her again after he got angry that she wanted to leave him to visit friends in San Diego. According to the lawsuit, he took her phone and laptop following the sexual assault, preventing her from getting medical care. Quote, these two incidents were not isolated. Zion continued to abuse, rape, assault, and batter plaintiff in California and other states, including Louisiana and Texas, until the relationship ended in 2023. End of quote. This timeline ain't adding up, because I know part of this timeline, he was dating Mariah and giving her $100,000 a week. So you had that many hoes in different area codes, Zion? Damn. The lawsuit states that Zion strangled the woman, quote, with such force that she reasonably feared for her life and eventually lost consciousness multiple times between 2020 and 2023 in California and Louisiana, end of quote. The woman also claims that Zion threatened to have his security guard shoot her in the head multiple times. She alleges that Zion threatened to have his security kill her parents as well. During one 2022 incident in Louisiana, the lawsuit states Williamson pointed a loaded firearm at the woman's head, quote, causing her to reasonably fear for her life, end of quote. The accuser also says in the lawsuit that he often kicked her with his feet and beat her with his hands. She also claims that he would force her to leave her apartment and, quote, intentionally imprison her, end of quote, in a car until he transported her to a different location. She said one time, as he tried to stop her from escaping the vehicle, he hit her in the head with the door and caused her to lose consciousness. Also, according to the lawsuit, quote, when many of the wrongful acts were committed, Zion was either drunk or on cocaine, end of quote. Her attorney, Sam E. Taylor of the Lanier law firm, said, quote, we don't want to litigate this case in the media, but I will say this is a very serious case as reflected in the pleadings that have been filed, and our client looks forward to her day in court to seek justice in this matter, end of quote. Those are the allegations. Those are some serious allegations. Oh, you sent it to me, Tracy, already? Y'all know Tracy don't fuck off. She be on it. Hold on for a moment. We may not have time to read it today. We may have to read it on a run your mouth or something. Hold on. Wait, you sent it to my email? I don't see it, Tracy. Open your email. I just opened my email, Tracy. Hold on. Tracy, I don't see nothing. Tracy, I don't see nothing. Yeah, Tracy, I don't see nothing. Listen, these are some very serious allegations. He was with Jane Doe, his current wife. Tracy, I just looked at my email. It's not there. Oh, now it just got there. Tracy, I would read it, but how long is this? Oh, that's 12 pages. We ain't got that kind of time. I gave y'all all of the gory details. Yeah. Yeah, we got most of the details. He put out a statement. He said, I'm guessing these came from his attorney. The statement from the attorney says, quote, we take these allegations with the utmost seriousness and we unequivocally deny them. The allegations contained in the complaint are categorically false and reckless. This appears to be an attempt to exploit a professional athlete driven by a financial motive rather than any legitimate grievance. Mr. Williamson and the plaintiff never dated, but did maintain a consensual, casual relationship that began more than 6 years ago, and he was 18 when he was 18 years old. That relationship ended years ago. At no point during or immediately after the relationship did plaintiff raise any concerns. Only after the friendship ended did she begin demanding millions of dollars. Mr. Williamson reported the plaintiff's extortion attempts to law enforcement. We understand that an arrest warrant was issued in connection with that report, and we are prepared to provide the court with documentation that supports these facts. Mr. Williamson also intends to file counterclaims and seek significant damages for this defamatory lawsuit. While these allegations are false, we recognize the seriousness of the claims and welcome the opportunity to prove the truth in court. We are confident that the legal process will expose the truth and fully vindicate Mr. Williamson. End of quote. And that's the statement. Now, if you was in good with Mariah could go and testify that she was dating you instead of this girl, but you done pissed off Mariah, and now Mariah says she's going over there to Tony Busby. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, you got a little bit of change over there. Now, here's my question. Isn't cocaine an illegal substance for NBA players? Like, can't you be suspended for cocaine? Well, I don't know, because then they say like more than half the league will be suspended. But I thought cocaine was on the list of banned substances down to the NBA. It depends on what kind of friends you have. Some of us have friends with benefits, and so penises absolutely go in friends with benefits. I'm just saying. Oh, DPG says it is a banned substance. So now she's making allegations that could cost you your career. I mean, you've done enough to help end your career with your fatness, with your inability to stay on the court for more than 2 games a season. So, child, a mess. A mess. Sir, go with God. So we have some not so good news. Now that's our boy Poot from The Wire. So I was talking to y'all yesterday about the fact that we had multiple thunderstorms and so forth in the southeast. I mean, we went through days and days and days of horrible storms here. So one of those storms, that's actor Trey Chaney. And he is he was on the show The Wire. Y'all know he played Poot. He was on all 7 seasons of The Wire. And his son is 18. So there was a tornado that hit his home, and as you can see, the tornado devastated his home. Not only did it devastate his home, but it tossed his son, they said, 300 yards in the air and threw him, and he went on social media and got very emotional. Here's the video.
What's up, y'all? So I just got out the hospital. I'm getting ready to go see my son in ICU. 3 p.m. today, a tornado came through Henry County, Locust Grove, Atlanta. I lost my house. I lost everything in it. And thank God I'm still living. I survived the tornado. My son, he survived. I'm doing a video to let y'all know right now, man. Cherish life as much as you can. Like, we was just, me and my son had a beautiful day today. Big ticket show. We was with Snoop from The Wire. We was chilling. And 3 o'clock today, in a split second, my house is gone. I just got out the hospital. I got this bruise on my head. I wish I could replace the pain with my son, though. I wish he was the one that was doing the video and I was still in ICU. But I just got my phone back because I just crawled through where I was. And luckily the phone wasn't broke. I found it. But anything else I don't have. Thank you, Jehovah God, man, for sparing my life today. I survived the tornado. That shit real. This shit ain't no movie. This shit ain't no funny style shit. This shit is gangster. Fuck my neighbor house up, all that shit. But this bounce back gotta be different. Shout out to all my neighbors in my neighborhood who ran to my rescue. My son was thrown 300 feet out of his room. And I was sitting on my bed and I heard the wind and I felt the everything and was wrapped up in the damn covers. Shout out to the police officer out here, man, who said we survived it. But this is from watching your house be built from the ground up in 2020 to 5 years later.
Now listen, we certainly are praying for the Cheney family. I mean, nobody wants to deal with that type of. I mean, hey, I can't even understand. Um, a lot of times in areas like that are not in Tornado Alley, they don't have the neighborhood warning systems. Like when I went to Texas to visit family out there, and there was a tornado coming, there were like tornado sirens going off through the street. So even if you didn't get the notification on your phone, you could hear the tornado sirens going off, letting everybody know, because those are areas prone to tornadoes. Atlanta area is generally not an area that gets ravaged all the time by tornadoes. So they don't have the infrastructure where they may have that throughout the neighborhood where you hear those sirens going off. So you may get the when you get that warning on your phone, a lot of times it's already on the ground. And so you may only have seconds to respond, sometimes maybe a minute or two, depending on where it is in proximity to you. And it could sweep you up like that. And one thing I noticed about homes in Georgia, a lot of these homes are built out of wood. And it was so funny to me when I started to really look at homes being built here, because I'm from Miami, where everything in Miami is going to be built with concrete, cinder block and concrete. Like they don't play that wood shit in Miami. No. We are hurricane country. So even if and when you do have a tornado, the most it's gonna do is it's gonna pull that roof off. But the rest of it, nah, we good over here. So a lot of areas they build these homes mainly out of wood, but those homes can't withstand a deadly tornado like that. So certainly our thoughts and prayers go out to him and his family, and we're hoping for a speedy recovery for him and his son. I know he has a wife. I don't know if she was home at the time either, but we certainly wish them a speedy recovery. I think I saw Smile come through, V Carter came through, Uncle Jay came through. Hey, everybody that came through late to class. But yeah, I saw that. It was gut wrenching. You don't like to, especially when people's kids get involved. People be real protective about their kids. So, hey, Janae, Tara said you was wrestling earlier. That's what Tara said. We ain't gonna snitch on. I'm not gonna snitch on my boy Terrence though. The emergency broadcast system probably did, but sometimes, remember here, let's back up. We're in Trump's America too. And one thing that the National Weather Service and NOAA have already said is we can expect that the responses from the National Weather Service isn't going to be as fast as it used to be. Remember, all of our local television weathermen and so forth, they depend on NOAA and the National Weather Service to give them the updated information and the most accurate information. And now that they've gutted the National Weather Service and NOAA and all of these other entities whose job it is to warn us about these things and keep us safe, or help us try to get out of harm's way, these things are limited now in what they can do. So hey, we got to stay vigilant, and any day could be your last. Akon's wife is in the news. Akon, his wife is in the news. Now she's suing Publix. Not my Publix. His wife's name is Amira Iman Tiam. She's suing Publix. She's taking a Publix to court in a civil lawsuit. According to Roswell, Georgia court documents, His wife claims she was, quote, sexually violated, end of quote, at a Publix back in 2022. She claims a male stockman named Jonathan Ross was lurking near the organic aisle, eyeing her. As she checked out her groceries, he apparently crept up and grabbed her from behind. He even whispered something slick about her dress before the assault popped off. Authorities rolled up minutes later. Body cam footage shows her shaking, barely able to speak. The assailant, Jonathan Ross, he was handcuffed and taken away, and later pled guilty to sexual battery. They said it didn't stop there. They said that her trauma kept going, and because of it, she pulled the plug on a major 12-city tour across Europe, losing close to $300,000 in compensation she would have got from that tour. She told her therapist that she feels like her creativity has vanished. Now she barely steps outside unless she's flanked by high-priced security guards. She says she now goes to Instacart for her groceries. Now she's a music artist herself, and so forth. Now they're saying Publix is at fault. She tried to sue Publix, take Publix to court before, and Publix dismissed her lawsuit, saying that it's not their fault that their employee went rogue and just went out of his mind and when it did that. Her legal team said, he's y'all employee, y'all are at fault. Publix apparently does not have any policies in place to stop employees. I mean, I don't know how much you can stop an employee if they just say this is what they're gonna do. But her lawyers say that they because they didn't have anything in place, they're liable. They say that Publix has had over 19 similar incidents in the state of Georgia alone with employees sexually assaulting women, and they paid out more than $4 million in settlements. Child, a mess. Child, I don't know. And y'all know I be up in Publix all the time. Well, why none of the stock boys be pulling me over in the bathroom and assaulting me? It's a real cute one down to the Publix by my house. Mr. Grocery Man, stock man. You need me to toot it up a little more when I walk down the aisle when you be stocking the groceries. You can come snatch me up and take me to. I mean, you don't have to assault me. You could just let me know, and we could just go on to the bag. Just saying. This is insane. I'm sure y'all don't have those problems down to the HEB. Chef Don. I know y'all don't have those problems at the HEB. They don't have that down to the HEB. That's true. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, what were they gonna put in place for this person who just went out of his mind? Right. Baby, I spent my good money over down to the Publix. Girl. Yeah, Chef Don, toot that thing up, mommy. Make it roll. Make it roll. Well, listen, we hope Publix got the money. Miss Akon, I forgot her name, Amira. They got the money. Go ahead and take them to the clinic. They got all the money they need, okay? HEB is not that classy. Now, Publix is classy. HEB ain't that classy. Publix is absolutely classy based. HEB, not so much. But yeah, go ahead and take them to the clinic. They got plenty of money over there down to the Publix. A big shout out and congratulations goes to our girl Joy Reid. It was announced that she is going to she has a new podcast coming. She is hosting a Monday through Friday program in the early evening. I'm sorry, I'm reading the wrong thing. She's going to be sponsoring a Monday through Friday, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoon podcast called The Joy Reid Show. It's going to start next week, Monday, June 9th. It'll air Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday afternoons across the YouTubes at all major podcast distributors. Um, the debut episode will feature comedian Amber Ruffin, former South African ambassador to the U.S. Ibrahim Rasool, and others. She's going to stay in Washington and be based out of Washington. I'll be listening. Let's be clear. I'll certainly be listening to all of her podcasts. It'll go into my regular regimen of podcasts like Native Land Pod. It'll go in my political podcast with Native Land Pod and some of my other good ones over there. So listen, we happy for you, Joy. And I hope you got some good deal out of that. You could possibly make more money with your own podcast than you was making down there to the MSNBC. So we wish you well, Joy. We love you down because MSNBC ain't shit. Let's be clear. Now, y'all know we reported on Smokey Robinson having this lawsuit with these 4 ladies that used to work for him, saying that he assaulted them. Where it's coming out that there were previous allegations against Smokey Robinson back in 2015. He was investigated for an alleged sexual assault back in 2015. Now, they say the case did not result in charges due to insufficient evidence, and that's according to the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office. But they said, yeah, they didn't have enough evidence, and so the prosecutors chose not to do anything with it. But the 4 ladies that now are taking him to court say this validates their claims. This is not an isolated incident. Now he's saying, now y'all know he said he's put up a counterclaim for like $50 million. Smokey, stop playing. You know, if these ladies working for you, they ain't got no damn $50 million. What the fuck they gonna get $50 million from? Child, just a mess. Smokey, you should have just went on here and settled with them ladies outside of court. You only got like 5.5 good minutes left. I mean, sir, you might not even make it to the trial. How old is Smokey Robinson? He got to be in his mid to late 80s. Smokey got to be in his mid to late 80s. How old? Let me see how old Smokey Robinson is. Smokey Robinson is 85. Sir. Baby, you got 5.5 minutes left. You should have just settled with them ladies outside of court, paid them off, and enjoyed the last 5.5 minutes of your life you got left. I'm just saying. Like, there's not enough Viagra, Cialis, Levitra, Rhino pills, and honey packs to keep it hard enough. For you have 4 ladies, child, you got too much going on. That Cialis, Levitra, Viagra, McFlurry that you be drinking every day over there, girl, Smokey, get your life in order. You should have just paid them. Right, go sit your ass down somewhere. You should have just paid them ladies off. Right. Smokey. Girl, you got 5.5 minutes left to Smokey. Just pay them ladies and go on. Go with God. Literally. So remember that we announced that they were starting this show, the Tyler Perry show called She the People with Levita or whatever her name was on the Steve Harvey show. Well, they're being taken to court, both of them. Tyler Perry is facing a lawsuit over the upcoming Netflix show series She the People. The lawsuit is saying that a nonprofit founder is making claims that the show's name infringes on her organization's brand, identity, and mission. Amy Allison, president and founder of the nonprofit She the People, filed the lawsuit just ahead of the show's release. The complaint names Netflix, Tyler Perry, his company Tyler Vision LLC, and actress Terry Vaughn as defendants. Amy Allison alleges she previously worked with Terry Vaughn to develop a docuseries based on the She the People concept, which focuses on uplifting women of color in politics. According to the lawsuit, the new scripted series borrows heavily from themes, narratives, and branding central to her nonprofit's work, potentially misleading audiences and damaging the organization's reputation. Amy Allison is seeking unspecified damages and has requested the court to intervene in the show's release. Representatives for Tyler Perry, Terry Vaughn, and Netflix have not yet responded. Listen, Tyler, you bet, and you got a lot of money. Yeah, it's gonna take a lot of zeros to pay this lady off, especially if Terry Vaughn worked for that lady. You had to know that, Tyler. Now you got too many commas in your net worth for you not to know that. Go ahead and pay that lady off. You go, and it's gonna take a few commas, several commas. You're going to need at least 2 commas. Don't go over there with 1 comma thinking that's going to get the job done. At least 2 commas and several zeros. I'm just telling you what I know. Tyler, that you cannot be that sloppy though, Tyler. You cannot be that sloppy, especially if this lady work with the lady. Child, that's a mess. A damn mess. A damn mess. Anyway, Tyler, yeah, you got too much money, too many lawyers and so forth. You're supposed to have people to check on that. I have no understanding for you, Tyler. None at all. None. Anyway, and with that, ladies and gentlemen, non-binary, gender-conforming members of our audience, I bring to you the late, great Larry Myers to help us usher in our Sugar Spike segment.
You see, this is the part that I like.
Major Sugar Spike.
So long now, I want to fight. That he gave his only begotten son.
Major Sugar Spike.
And shall ever believe.
Major Sugar Spike.
They shall not perish, but have everlasting life.
Taste the biscuit.
Jesus! I wish somebody help me.
Jesus. Thank you, Larry. So, in our Sugar Spike segment, we got a lot of Sugar Spike moments, y'all. Listen, it's like the people said yesterday, oh, L. Teddy not doing politics today. Oh, we finna fuck his ass up. It was so much going on with politics yesterday. I'm mad that I didn't get some of it out of the way. So we have a jam-packed Sugar Spike segment today. So y'all just have a seat. Get comfortable. However, I will say this, y'all. A lot of these stories are some very important stories that we really need to focus in and pay attention to, because many of these stories absolutely will affect us and our day-to-day lives. So we really need to focus in on these Sugar Spiky stories today. We start off with the EPA. All right. We're starting off today with the EPA. Now, the Trump administration's Environment Protection Agency, the EPA, has drafted a plan to completely eliminate limits on greenhouse gas emissions from coal and gas-fired power plants. That's according to the internal agency documents seen by the New York Times and other news outlets, which reports that the EPA has determined emissions of carbon dioxide, methane, and other greenhouse gases, quote, do not contribute significantly to dangerous pollution, end of quote. Let me say that again. The current EPA, Environmental Protection Agency, you know, the one that's been gutted by Donald John. They fired all of the real scientists and put their own sycophants and acolytes in there. They are now saying in their internal documents that carbon dioxide, methane, and other greenhouse gases, quote, do not contribute significantly to dangerous pollution, end of quote. Mm-hmm. 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 Now, this comes on the heels of just last week, Congress voted to undo the Clean Air Act regulation that strictly controls the amount of toxic air pollutants emitted by many industrial facilities like refineries, chemical plants, and steel mills. Now, that decision represents the first time since the creation of the Clean Air Act that Congress has rolled back its environmental protections. Environmental groups and the public health advocates have condemned this vote by Congress. John Walk, who's an environmental health expert at the Natural Resources Defense Council, he says, quote, what that will mean for Americans is more hazardous air pollution across the country, end of quote. Now, the vote targets a rule finalized late in the Biden administration which reimposed tight regulations on facilities that emit so-called super pollutants like mercury, a dangerous form of lead, and dioxins. The rules regulating these 7 pollutants, along with more than 180 others, were first imposed back in the 1990s, but were rolled back during the first Trump administration. The House approved the resolution early Thursday morning, following a Senate vote. That was Thursday morning of last week. We ain't hear nothing about that. Following a Senate vote in favor of changing the rules earlier this month. So the Senate had already voted on it. They sent it to the House, and the House voted on it last week, Thursday. That would have been the 22nd. The vote in the House and Senate were split along party lines, except for the House, who joined Democrats in voting against one Republican in the House, I should say, joined with Democrats to vote against the resolution. This is going to Trump's desk, where he's expected to sign it. Yep. Mind you, we did the story about the Elon Musk's plant over in Memphis that's killing Black people over in Memphis. We've also done stories about Cancer Alley over in New Orleans, where they have all of those oil refineries and plants that are killing Black people there. They don't give a damn. They literally are saying that they don't believe that these toxic chemicals, add to the pollution. Hey, Tracy W. Sooner or later, all of the major cities are going to end up looking like Mexico City. Now, if you don't know about Mexico City has some of the worst smog and air pollution in the world over in Mexico City. And it's part of it is because of the topography of the area, but it has some of the worst air pollution and smog in the world. And you're going to have most of the cities in America like that. Asthma is going to go up, which is and different respiratory issues are going to go up, which then causes people to have to go to the doctor more, which then causes people to pay more money for their medical bills. Health insurance companies and health payers will then go up on their out of pockets and premiums. And so this is a problem, y'all. And if you don't believe it is, give it a couple years. In more sugar spiky news, shout out to Candace F, who sent me this story. Now, let me read this for y'all because this is a whole ass mess. A whole ass mess. Federal job applicants will soon be quizzed on their favorite Trump administration policy as part of the hiring process. And that's according to the Office of Personnel Management's new, quote, merit hiring plan, end of quote. Now, for those of you who don't know what OPM is, the Office of Personnel Management is the federal government's HR department. Now, in their new applications, one of 4 essay questions that job seekers must answer if they are seeking a federal position, GS5 or above, asks, quote, how would you help advance the president's executive orders and policy priorities in this role? End of quote. Another question asks, quote, identify 1 or 2 relevant executive orders or policy initiatives that are significant to you and explain how you would help implement them if hired. End of quote. Now, OPM published the plan via a joint memo from Vince Haley, director of Your President's Domestic Policy Council, and acting OPM director Charles Ezell. The document is a hodgepodge of bipartisan reforms developed under both Trump and former President Biden to accelerate and improve the hiring process, alongside plans to eradicate longstanding efforts to make the federal workforce more reflective of the American populace. Quote, the American people deserve a federal workforce dedicated to American values and efficient service. Yet federal hiring criteria long ago abandoned any serious need for technical skills and adherence to the Constitution. Instead, the overly complex federal hiring system overemphasized discriminatory equity quotas and too often resulted in the hiring of unfit, unskilled bureaucrats. End of quote. That's what the OPM acting director of OPM said. I don't know what y'all want from me. The aforementioned the aforementioned essay questionnaire, which will be required as a part of the hiring process for most federal positions, also queries job applicants on their patriotism, quote, commitment to the Constitution and the country's founding principles, end of quote. How also asks them how they would improve government efficiency and about their overall work ethic. Amidst these plans are efforts to advance bipartisan reforms to improve the pace and quality of the hiring process, including advancing skill-based hiring initiatives, shared certifications so that multiple agencies can hire from the same pool of applicants, and shaving the length federal resume of the federal resume down to better reflect the hiring process in the private sector. One federal HR official said that taken together, this plan will make life harder for hiring managers and applicants alike. He was quoted saying, quote, everything in it will make it more difficult to hire, not less. How the F do you define if someone is patriotic? End of quote. And there's the problem. This is a mess, y'all. But they want you to announce your fealty and loyalty to these people if you want to get hired in the federal government. I'm just telling you. They want you to announce your loyalty and fealty to their God King if you want to work for the federal government. Y'all got Janae over there about to spike out. We can't have our girl Janae spiking out. Hold on, Larry.
Oh, God. You see, this is the part that I like.
Major sugar spike.
So loved the world, I want to fight. That he gave, his only begotten son.
Major sugar spike.
And shall ever believe.
Major sugar spike.
They shall not perish, but have everlasting life.
Taste the biscuit.
Thank you, Larry. I think some people needed that. Now, the reason that I keep highlighting a lot of stuff that's going on with the federal workforce, I keep trying to emphasize the largest employer of Black people in this country is the federal government. So when you affect hiring and firing within the federal government, that directly affects Black people. That directly affects a whole lot of us. Those of us that did not vote for this man and didn't vote for these people are being affected. So this is absolutely going to have a direct effect on us. In more sugar spiky news, this bitch. So, oh God, she makes my ass itch. Attorney General Pam Bondi, I also told y'all this bitch wasn't shit when they replaced Matt Gaetz with this whore. Because I remember when she was Attorney General for Florida. This bitch ain't never been shit. Attorney General Pam Bondi told the American Bar Association on Thursday that the Trump administration would no longer cooperate as the organization vets its judicial nominees. In a letter, the Department of Justice accuses the Bar Association of failing to, quote, fix the bias in its rating process, end of quote, a claim that follows the organization labeling some of Donald Trump's nominees as unqualified for the bench. Quote, unfortunately, the ABA no longer functions as a fair arbiter of nominees' qualifications, and its ratings invariably and demonstrably favor nominees put forth by Democratic administrations. End of quote. And that's what Pam Bondi wrote in a letter to ABA President William Bain. She went on to say in the same letter, quote, accordingly, while the ABA is free to comment on judicial nominations along with other activist organizations, there is no justification for treating the ABA differently from such other activist organizations, and the Department of Justice will not do so. Specifically, the Office of Legal Policy will no longer direct nominees to provide waivers allowing the ABA access to non-public information, including bar records. Nominees will also not respond to questionnaires prepared by the ABA and will not sit for interviews with the ABA, end of quote, she added. The White House took a similar stance during Trump's first term in office. According to Ballotpedia, the ABA rated 264 of Trump's nominees. 187 of the 264 that they rated were rated well qualified, 67 were rated qualified, and 10 were rated not qualified. Though a small figure, that stands in contrast with other recent administrations, which had at the very most 3 unqualified picks during their time in office. And of course, you know, the people are losing their mind. This is what this is akin to. This is, you've seen this happen this week. We've seen the Department of Health and Homeland Security disassociate itself with medical journals. Now we're seeing the Department of Justice disassociate itself from the American Bar Association. They don't want anything that is factual, actual, real, and credible. All they want is agencies, organizations, and people that align with their insane ideations, that will go along with the lie, that will support and rubber stamp all of their conspiracy theories and lies. So now the federal government is being turned into this conspiracy theory organization that is riddled and mired in false truths, misinformation, fallacies, and fabrications. I'm just saying. Here we are. Here we are. I'm gonna be here until you send me something good in my DMs. It's me, D. Now, if you send me something good in my DMs, I get off real fast. How about that? This is dangerous, y'all. This is dangerous because you're going to see more and more unqualified. Once you remove the ABA out of this, you're going to start to see a cavalry of unqualified people taking the federal bench. Well, this happened yesterday, and it was the big news of the day yesterday, where the Supreme Court, in a 7-2 ruling, decided to revoke temporary protective status from 532,000 immigrants. The U.S. Supreme Court yesterday announced it would allow the Trump administration to revoke temporary legal status of hundreds of thousands of Venezuelan, Cuban, Haitian, and Nicaraguan migrants living in the United States, bolstering the Republican president's drive to step up deportations. The court put on hold Boston-based U.S. District Judge Indira Tawani's order halting the administration's move to end the immigration, humanitarian, parole protections granted to 532,000 people by Trump's predecessor, Joe Biden, potentially exposing many of them to rapid removal from the country while the detailed case plays out in lower courts. As with many of the court's emergency orders, after rapid appeals brought the case to the bench, their decision issued on Friday was unsigned and gave no reasoning. However, two of the court's three liberal-leaning justices, Ketanji Brown Jackson and Sonia Sotomayor, publicly dissented, which means Elena Kagan went along with the conservative judges on this. What this means is Cubans. Let me speak to what this means for Black people first. Let me get to the Black people first. You notice the Haitians are in this group. The Haitians are in this group, right? What that means is they're going to rapidly start deporting Haitians. What that means for us is if you have the wrong last name and you look like us, you could be swooped up, because you've seen, I've done several incidents where there have been Hispanic or Latino people, because you have the wrong last name or the wrong hue, they figure you are somebody that's an immigrant, and they just snatch you up, leave you in ICE detention center for days until they figure it out. And now that you have Haitians wrapped up in this, a lot of our Black asses, if you have the wrong last name that they deem to be of Haitian descent, citizen or not, they might snatch us up, throw us in jail, and say, we'll figure it out in a few days while you sit in the ICE detention center. For no reason. That's the part for Black people. Hey, Liz, what's going on? Now, for my Latino and Hispanic brother and sister, and I'm specifically talking to you bitches down in Miami-Dade County. Miami-Dade County went red this past presidential election for the first time ever. Now, that was because of all of the people blasting, "I will vote for Donald Trump," all last fall, right? The Cubans, the Venezuelans, not so much the Nicaraguans, but them Cubans and Venezuelans down in Miami-Dade County, they was all on the Trump train. Now they're crying bloody hell. You did this. And now people have to suffer the consequences. Now, the people who are getting deported are people who didn't even get the chance to vote. The people getting deported, let's be clear, could not even vote. So you're getting deported, and you didn't even vote for this man. You just getting snatched up in the with the bath water. See what I'm saying? Like people like, I know a lot of my Haitian friends, they are born here, born and raised here, and are actual US citizen, but they have Haitian last names. And you know how these people are. They will lock you up and ask questions later. I've told y'all about cases where people have had actual birth certificates and social security cards saying, hey, I'm a citizen. And they said, we'll figure all that shit out later. Mm-hmm. This is a problem. Now, while they're deporting Cubans, I keep telling y'all, go over there to the motherfucking Rubio household. Go knock on the door to the Rubio family and send them fuckers back. Send all of the Marco Rubio family back, because most of them bitches here illegally. Since you sending people back, send them hoes back. Now, the Haitians have been, not the Haitians, I'm sorry. The Cubans have been very racist and very bigoted and discriminatory and very ultra conservative for a long time. That's because they've been able to have TPS immediately when they come over here, even after wet foot, dry foot went away. They were able to enjoy wet foot, dry foot policy for decades. And then after wet foot, dry foot, they would have the fast track to TPS status. So many of them got to stay here. All of that shit is going now. So now let me know how your alignment with the Republicans and the conservative people are. Now, the Venezuelans came in way after the fact. The Venezuelans were promised to be similar to what the Cubans are, and they fell for the banana in the tailpipe. So the Venezuelans, for a few election cycles, have been going much more conservative because they were promised to have the same lot in life as the Cubans, and now we see what's happening to them. I hope that works out for y'all, Venezuelans. I hope that works out for y'all. They were promised to be on the same level as the Cubans, and it never came to fruition. They were waiting and being promised and promised and promised and being used for their vote over and over and over, only for them never to be given the same status as the Cubans. I don't feel bad for y'all Venezuelans down there that voted for Trump. I don't. And now your family members that are illegal aliens have to be sent back. Rafael Cruz, y'all know he's part Cuban. He's part Canadian and part Cuban. I think he's half Canadian, half Cuban. You know Rafael Cruz ain't shit. I'm just saying. But here we are. All them Venezuelans and Cubans, I will abort for Donald Trump. And here we are. Now we have innocent people that have to get snatched up with this fuck shit, because I'm not going to castigate the entirety of the Hispanic and Latino diaspora, because many of those people did not vote for Donald Trump. Many of them, although close to 50% of Hispanic men voted for Donald Trump, according to the statistics that have come out about the 2024 election, there still was a majority of the Hispanic men that voted for Donald Trump. And I think somewhere in the 70s of Hispanic women voted for Donald Trump. So let's be clear, the majority of Hispanic people did vote for Donald Trump, but there were large factions that switched sides. I can't castigate the whole diaspora of the Hispanic population. But it's unfortunate that a lot of people that did not and could not even vote are now getting, unfortunately, snatched up and sent to CCOT and all kinds of other horrible places. I'm just saying. Can we send Melania ass back? Isn't she illegal? I'm just asking. Let me move on. In more sugar spiky news, Pride Month celebrations at the FBI will not be permitted this June, and that's according to the leadership at the FBI. They're from the directors and leadership down to the FBI. Quote, I've received several questions about the FBI's stance on Pride Month and what related activities FBI divisions and employees should or should not participate in. So I want to take the opportunity to make FBI leadership's expectations clear. There should be no email emanating from Director for Public Affairs, Ben Williamson. He sent that out to the all FBI agents and leadership this past Thursday morning. The email told employees that while they are not to engage in any celebration in the office, they are, quote, free to do as you like in your personal capacity or on your own time, end of quote. The email went on to say, quote, but on FBI time, using FBI resources, and your bureau affiliation, you and your divisions are expected to take no official action or issue any specific messaging. End of quote. The announcement is a shift from the FBI's stance on Pride Month under the Biden administration, which openly promoted Pride Month, including decorating the White House with rainbow pillars and hosting Pride celebrations on the South Lawn. The FBI previously supported Pride Month festivities under both Trump's first administration and the Biden administration. Let me say that again. The FBI supported Pride Month festivities under Trump's first administration and the Biden administration. Not no more. Now, the email said that this stance, quote, in no way lessens the FBI's commitment to serve and protect every American in our country or welcoming colleagues from all walks of life. What it does mean is ensuring that American people see we are focused only on our core mission. End of quote. I don't know what y'all want from me. Oh, that's breaking news. Thank you for that breaking news. Universal Goddess is helping us out with some breaking news saying that Rihanna's father has passed away at the age of 71. We wish her and her family, we're sending our prayers and condolences to her family. If that's the case. LG members of the Rainbow Coalition compound. This is happening. I told y'all by the time we get to the 2028 election, there will not be any more marriage equality. I think I got this story. Give me just a moment. Let me take this down for a second. This is coming from TMZ. Ronald Fenty, the father of Rihanna, has died. A source with direct knowledge tells TMZ. Ronald died in Los Angeles after battling an illness. On Wednesday, Rihanna's brother, Rajad Fenty, was photographed arriving at Cedars Mount Sinai Medical Center. We're told Rihanna was also in the car, although she's not visible in the photo. And they had a picture of the car with Rihanna's brother. Now, listen, we wish our prayers and condolences with the Fenty family and Rihanna and her brothers, sisters, and other members of her family, friends and loved ones of her father as well. Death is death. We all got to go that way. Death visits us all. So we certainly are praying for that family. But back to where I was, that was the breaking news. But back to where I was, listen, you can expect this across all federal agencies. And Pride Month starts tomorrow if you need them. If you work in the federal government, I'm not just going to say if you work in the federal government, even if you work in the private sector. Let me talk. Come here. Rainbow Coalition Compound, come here. I know that many of you all, a lot of you all have the we stand on business principles and so forth. I get that. I understand that. But baby, we're not in the climate for that right now. Y'all gonna have to learn from some of us that lived before the time of grace and mercy and tolerance, when we had to be in the shadows, because they will fire you. They absolutely will fire you. And we've already chronicled how the federal government and state governments have removed the covering and removed things that were put in place to protect you from being fired. Now it's not the time to say, oh, they ain't gonna stop me from celebrating Pride Month. Baby, they can, they will, and they will fire you. And they will be protected from state and federal government. So, listen, y'all walk lightly. Be careful out. It is not worth it. Now, can we go out here and as a collective go out, protest, boycott, beat the streets and whatever? Absolutely, let's go out there and do that. But when you by yourself in your own cubicle or your own office, or it's just you down to the job, baby, you need to think about being smart about how you maneuver in this climate. I'm just telling you. Keep your job, and then we'll send you the emails when we going out here to protest, to beat the streets, when we doing our boycotts, when we're putting coffers into the fund of the lawyers that are in the courtrooms fighting for our safety and protection. We're going to send you all that. But what we don't want you to do is lose your job over this, okay? I'm just telling you what we want you to do. Govern yourselves accordingly. Somebody bust Elon Musk in the eye. Now he says that came from his son that bust his ass in the face when he was in the White House yesterday, giving his farewell speech, or giving his farewell sloppy toppy to his God King, or vice versa, his God King giving him a sloppy toppy, or whatever they do down to the Oval Office when it's just the two of them. But in his farewell bust down with Donald John, he rolled up in there and had done got his ass fucked up. Now he claims it was his son that fucked him up. I don't know. Some people were alleging that he got in a fight with the Treasury Secretary and stuff like that. I don't know who fucked him up, but I'm glad somebody bust his ass in the eye. We're glad to see it. Fuck his ass up. Yeah, Shakira did cancel her concert tonight for World Pride. Sure did. Yep. Moving on. This is another story I saw this morning, y'all, that's very important and absolutely will affect a lot of our people. Not Stephen Miller did it. Yep, Stephen Miller might have fucked his ass up because you took that man's wife, allegedly, child. Oh, child. Now, if you're not familiar with JobCore, JobCore is a program that comes from the Federal Department of Labor. Okay, JobCore is something that was that came out of the Federal Department of Labor. It is an initiative deemed to help people get skills. A lot of times, what will happen is many students who can't graduate high school or dropped out or flunked, they can go into these JobCore programs. A lot of the gay community, that get kicked out of their homes, don't have a place to live, are homeless and stuff like that, they have gone and sought JobCore. JobCores in are in every state, but they have dormitories where if a lot of these young people don't have a place to live, they can live on site. It allows them to get a GED. And in many states now they can get an actual real diploma. And then it teaches them a trade or a craft or something that they could use, like painting or auto mechanics or different trades or crafts that they can do so that they can actually enter the workforce. So that's why it was part of the Department of Labor. Many of our kids have gone to JobCore. I got several members of my family that went to JobCore, went and learned the trade, and now they're doing a lot. So I wanted to bring you this story because this does affect our people when we start to talk about JobCore. All right. The Department of Labor announced that this week it will pause operations at JobCore centers nationwide, a move that has already gotten pushback from both sides of the aisle on Capitol Hill. The department said Thursday it will begin a, quote, phased pause, initiating an orderly transition for students, staff, and local communities, end of quote. The pause will occur by June 30th, the office said. Labor Secretary Lori Chavez DeRemer said the program has been found to no longer achieve, quote, the intended outcomes that students deserve, end of quote, citing what she described as, quote, a starting number of serious incident reports and our in-depth fiscal analysis. We remain committed to ensuring all participants are supported through this transition and connected with the resources they need to succeed as we evaluate the program's possibilities, end of quote. JobCore established as part of the Economic Opportunity Act of 1964, is a free residential education and job training program for low-income people between 16 and 24 years of age. Senate Appropriations Committee Chair Susan Collins, a Maine Republican, defended the program in a statement expressing strong opposition of the Department of Labor's move to pause operations. Serving nearly 500 students in Maine, the Loring Maine JobCore Center and the Penobscot Maine JobCore centers have become important pillars of support and for support of our most disadvantaged young adults, end of quote. And that's according to Susan Collins. Listen, y'all, this is something that I did not see in a lot of mainstream media. And you know, when they say low income, disadvantaged young adults, that's a lot of us. That's a lot of our kids. That's a lot of our young adults. And I was looking, I saw this. This was when I was on one of my websites that I go to often. It was way down. No big fanfare. This is a huge situation. There are so many people that take advantage of JobCore, and this program that's been around for 60 plus years has been so instrumental in helping a lot of young people kickstart their life and help them get prepared for the workforce. And Uncle Jay says his brother did JobCore. I have several family members that went to JobCore. So hearing that they're pausing, which means that they're just stopping this program, is devastating and is going to have devastating effects to a lot of individuals. This is not good. This is not good at all. So when I saw this, I definitely said I wanted to bring this to y'all's attention, so you can't say that you were not informed. So if you know people that if you and do like I do, you know, I have daily emails that I send to my Congress woman as well as my senators to let them know my the fact that I'm upset about it. But somebody needs to, we can beat the drum and say, hey, programs like JobCore, we cannot end these types of programs. But that's what they're trying to do. So, in more sugar spiky news, I told y'all I had a lot today. The Senate Armed Services Committee's top Democrat is blasting Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth over his decision this week to appoint a new director of the Pentagon's Operational Test Enterprise and rapidly cut its staff by more than half. Pete Hegseth said his directed reorganization, which would reduce the staff, budget, and resources at the Office of the Director of Operational Test and Evaluation, better known as DOT&E, supports the Defense Department's America First strategy. But Senator Jack Reid, Democrat of Rhode Island, said Thursday the move is, quote, reckless and damaging, end of quote, to the military's accountability and oversight. Senator Reid said, quote, for decades, DOT&E has played a vital, legally mandated role in safeguarding the integrity of major defense programs and ensuring military systems are effective before they are put into warfighters' hands, end of quote. He said Pete Hegseth has given no logical reasoning for this action, and he is worried the move, quote, appears retaliatory, driven by Mr. Hegseth's opposition to some of DOT&E's recent legally required oversight decisions, end of quote. The Pentagon's chief changeup, the Pentagon chief's changeup of the DOT&E will see its staff of 94 personnel reduced and cut to just 30 civilians and 15 military personnel. So going from 94 to a total of 45. Pete Hegseth also ordered all contractor personnel support to end within 7 days of the memo's release. Pete Hegseth justified the cuts by claiming an internal review, quote, identified redundant, non-essential, non-statutory functions within DOT&E that do not support operational agility or resource efficiency, affecting our ability to rapidly and effectively deploy the best systems to the warfighter, end of quote. He estimated the changes will save more than $300 million annually. This is what this is about, y'all. What this is about is Pete Hegseth does not want any guardrails. What the DOT&E's job is to do, they are the arm of the military that before you put something out to military personnel or to any arm of before you start to go out and utilize this on the battlefield or within the hands of military personnel, it has to be tested, and it has to go through a battery of tests and sequences to make sure of the efficacy of it, to make sure the safety and security of it when it gets into the hands of military personnel. The fact that you're gutting this whole department means that you're trying to make it easier for you to take one of your little toys that you just had that you came up with, just put it out there before it's actually tested for safety, security, and efficacy and efficiency. So that's what they're doing. They don't want anything impeding them just nilly-willy doing whatever they want. They don't want anybody having any oversight. So the DOT&E was a part of the Pentagon that had oversight on anything before it was just sent out there to war fighters and people out there on the battlefield. Oh yeah. Oh yes, absolutely, Jason. Absolutely, Jason. In more sugar spiky news. Now, I keep bringing y'all these stories because I kept telling y'all when y'all wanted all of these bathroom policies, that shit was going to blow up in your face. Now, a 25-year-old South Carolina trans man has gone viral on TikTok saying he was accosted in a bar by staff, called slurs, and detained by police after using the women's restroom. Luca Strabel, who posted under the TikTok handle Full-Time Cowboy, said he had gone to pick up his friend Caroline Frady, also 25, at Sand Dollar Social Club in Folly Beach on the night of Friday, May 16th. And he was serving as her DD. Okay. After a lengthy drive to the bar, Luca said he stepped inside to use the men's restroom. However, there were no stalls, only urinals, rendering it inaccessible to him as a trans man. At first, an employee warned Luca and his friend against entering the bathroom of, quote, the opposite sex. But after a brief back and forth, Luca said he believed he had permission to do so. He also said he and his friend were the only two people in the restroom. When his friend confirmed, and that's what his friend confirmed to news outlets. That's when a man who he said was the bar owner burst into the women's room, peering over the stall to look at Luca as he used the restroom. Quote, "They're looking over the top of the stall at me without my clothes on." Luca said in the quote. Luca said in the video. You could also hear Luca said in the video, quote, "They can fully see me naked other than me having my shirt on." And they just start screaming that there's a man in here. In the quote, he said the owner and employee ejected him and his friend from the bar, grabbing and pushing them out as they reportedly called Luca anti-trans slurs. The police were waiting at the door, according to Luca. The officer handcuffed him, quote, "so tight that I couldn't even feel my fingers. I still have bruises on my knuckles," in the quote, according to Luca. Meanwhile, the arresting officer allegedly started calling Luca a little girl. Listen, I could go on and on with the story. We see what's going on here. This is in South Carolina. This is why stuff like what Just Hilarious and other transphobic people do is so dangerous. Luca was doing exactly what y'all wanted him to do. Luca was birth certificate said he was female, and he went to the female bathroom. Now y'all got a problem with that. I told y'all when y'all were making these rules, y'all only had trans women in mind, negating there's a whole lot of trans men out here, and they look just hey Catherine Powell, they look more manly than some of the manliest of men. And y'all want them to go to the bathroom from the gender at their birth, right? And when they do that, now you want to arrest them. This shit is dangerous. That's just like I was reading a story about a black woman. It was an elderly black woman. Her neighbor was transphobic. The neighbor did not know her. He thought that the black woman was a trans woman. Went and murdered the black woman. Slashed her throat. I saw the story on somebody's Instagram reel, and I went and did some digging and went and looked up the story. And there was an actual, because I was like, I can't believe that. It was an actual real story. And I was like, wow. All because the man was transphobic and thought that this actual woman looked, I guess, a little too manly for him. Slashed her throat. Killed the woman. So when you have all of these transphobic people, I just want y'all to know this is what you people are causing. I'm just saying. In our last sugar spiky story, now the young man you see right there, that's Democratic Senator Ruben Gallego, who's now turning into your latest version of John Fetterman. Now, Senator Ruben Gallego of the great state of Arizona has been a fucking disappointment and train wreck since he got his ass in office, right? Voting to confirm almost all of Trump's nominees. He ain't shit. He ain't no better than his raggedy ass predecessor, Kirsten Sinema. I need y'all to get some better people over there. Now, y'all know he ran against that lunatic Carrie Lake and beat her, but he's over here just being a Republican light. Now, he did an interview this past Thursday, and he said it was, quote, legitimate, end of quote, to restrict transgender girls from participating in school sports, and suggested those decisions would be left to, quote, local institutions, end of quote. He said, quote, we love you. We want you to be part of our community, but this is just the one place you can't play. Let's find other activities for you to be involved, end of quote. Really, sir? That's the type of dangerous ass rhetoric. You are over there pitching the same talking points and rhetoric and divisive language that the MAGA nuts are doing. Because y'all out here screaming about trans girls and trans women and boys and male sports, and that shit ain't happening like that. Y'all out here like it's just this whole, big epidemic and problem. We've gone over the numbers. We're talking about a handful of people nationally. And you over here screaming the same bigotry, discrimination, and transphobia as your Republican counterparts. And now we got to deal with your stinking ass until the fucking election of 2030. We can't even vote your stinking ass out until 2030. This is a problem. We unfortunately, Demetria, we cannot vote him out until 2030. Just a mess, just a complete and utter disappointment. Waste of goddamn space. Just a waste of goddamn space. Let me move on. Ladies and gentlemen, if you so choose, now is a good time. If you like what we do over here, you like the content, you like what we do over here in this independent media, that you support the platform. Click the QR code and support the platform. We work hard over here. We do a lot of good work. We try to make sure that we give you news that you can use, and we keep you informed. So if you should so choose, go ahead and support the platform there. There's the QR code. It's also scrolling at the bottom. The Cash App is scrolling at the bottom. Now is a good time. If you haven't done so already, hit the like button. And if you aren't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, hit the notification bell. And that way you can be informed every time we go live and stuff like that. And if you're feeling real froggy, you can leap over here and become a member. Shout out to the members. The link to become a member is in the description box, or you can click the join button if you see it on your screen. We have a great time in the members only live. Shout out to the members and in the members only chat. Thank you to, I think that's The Informed. Yes, The Informed. Thank you for your contribution. Thank you so much, sir, for your Cash App. You never told me if you went and saw Really B last night down to the if you saw Really B or not down to the Maddie show. Anyway, it's time for Cornaki Skacky's Corner. Oh, y'all took a pic? Okay, good. And in Cornaki's Khakis Corner, we're not focusing on one we're not focused on one state or area. We're focused on the whole country. Give me a second to pull this up. So what I want to do is I want to pull up Ballotpedia so that you can see all of the areas that have thank you DPG. Thank you for your super chat. But I want to show you all of the areas around the country that are having elections coming up. Let me make this big so that y'all can see this. So this is going to tell you all of the areas that have some type of election some type of elections in the near future. Okay, Alabama, you have the Alabama House District 11. That's coming up. The primary, special primary runoff is coming up on June 10th. Special general election for the Alabama House Representative for District 11 is on August 26th. Alabama's District 12 is having a special primary for Alabama representative of House Representative for District 12 on July 15th. And then the Alabama House District 12 special primary runoff will be on August 12th. And finally, the special general election for that seat will be on October 28th. Alabama State Senate District 5 is having their special general election on June 24th. New York, in Albany is having a primary election on June 24th. Albany, New York's general election will be on November 4th. And you're seeing all of those general elections there. I won't go through all of those. I will let you read those at your leisure. All right, let's keep going. Maryland and Annapolis, you have a primary election on September 16th. Minnesota has the Anoka Hennepin School District General Election on November 4th. Arizona has their Arizona District 7. Their 7th Congressional District is having a special primary on July 15th. And the special general election on September 23rd. Arkansas is having a school board general runoff on June 10th. Some of these are coming up in the coming weeks, so I wanted to bring this before you. Georgia, they're having their Atlanta general election on November 4th. The Atlanta general runoff election will be on December 2nd. We know that the mayoral race will be during those times. Atlanta Public Schools are having general elections and runoffs at the same time. Baton Rouge, Louisiana is having elections. Special primary elections and special general elections are being had. See those dates there. New Mexico and Bernalillo County, they're having a general election on November 4th. In Alabama, Birmingham is having a general election. I think that's for their mayor. Correct me if I'm wrong, Demetria or Harold, if y'all are still in here. Don't y'all have a mayoral election this year? Let me know if I'm right or wrong. I thought y'all had a mayoral election for Birmingham this year. Let me know, Demetria. Michigan is also having some elections. Idaho is there. Massachusetts, they're having primaries and general elections there. New York, Bronx County is having some primaries and special elections and general elections. See the dates there. Buffalo, New York has elections coming up. See those dates there. California, the California State Assembly has elections for District 63 coming up. Charlotte, North Carolina has some primary runoffs and general elections coming up this fall. Florida, the City of Miami Commissioner for District 4 is they're having a special general election for that district in June. That's actually this coming Tuesday. That's this coming Tuesday. In Kansas, they're having elections for the Circle Unified School District 375 this fall. Ohio has elections in Cleveland. And I'm going to put the website for this website in the chat because I know I'm going fast and some of you all may or may not be able to get it. So I'll put that in the chat here. I'll try to put it in the description box as well. But as you can see, this is showing us all of the elections around the country that are coming up. It's a very long list here. Some in Michigan, in DC, the Ward 8, they're having an election. North Carolina and Durham, Erie County, New York, Florida has several seats that are in the Florida legislature special elections. Texas has a general runoff for Fort Worth City Council. Garland, Texas has a general runoff for their mayoral election. Georgia has some elections coming up. Kansas, Greensboro, North Carolina. We know North Carolina A&T is in that area. Hialeah, that's over there with all them Cubans over there in Hialeah. Ciao. So I put this link in the chat. It's as you can see, it's a very long list. It's very comprehensive and quite exhaustive. So you can go through this list. As you can see, I don't want to keep us here because it's going to take me a long time. But as you can see, it goes on and on and on. And it even shows some past election dates that you may have missed as well. So go to that link that I put in the chat and see all of the elections coming up within your respective areas. So like I said, we'd like for you to stay informed over here. We like for you to be in the know, and we want to make sure that everybody is getting out there and exercising their right to vote. Okay? So we want to make sure everybody gets out there and exercises their right to vote. And now it's time for this day of the music. All right, so let me know what year we will be doing for this day of the music. Now, for those of you new here, this day of music is where we look at the top R&B songs this day in a certain year. So your job is to tell me what year we're going to do. We will be looking at the top 10 R&B songs on May 31st of what year? Top R&B songs, May 31st of what? Wow! DPG, first one right off the nose. Wow! DPG got it right off. First one right off the head. That's impressive, DPG. I don't know that we've ever had somebody guess on the first try. So we are looking at the top R&B singles on May 31st in the year of our Lord, 1999. That is the year we will be doing. You class of 99, Terrence? I got some great friends that are class of 99. I'm class of 97. Uh-huh. You was listening to Prince this morning? Oh. All right. Let's look at this list. Number 10 is Brandy's Almost Doesn't Count. I'ma made you love me. Almost made you cry. Almost made you happy, babe. Didn't I? You almost had me singing. You turn around. Everybody know. Almost doesn't count. She's not the vocal Bible, the Informed. I love you down, the Informed, but we're not going to disrespect the Bible, the Bible, the Bible by comparing Brandy's voice to her. Okay. Cha. Tyrese, sweet lady, wash your behind. You stank for a lifetime. Now, that's not the words. I know that's not the words, but that's what I used to sing when the song was out. I mean, he used to say, sweet lady, won't you be my sweet love for a lifetime? I'll be there when you need me. Just call me. You know. But I used to say, sweet lady, wash your behind. You stank for a lifetime. This was back when we liked Tyrese, when he was tolerable. Okay. When he was the cute chocolate piece of something on the back of the bus in the Coca-Cola commercial. Child. Now he's the past president of the IFFB, International Federation of Fuck Boys. Now this list is starting off sickening. Now I ain't gonna lie to you. The list is starting off quite sickening. Number 8. Listen. We can do it anywhere. We can do it anywhere. In the shower, when you touch me, make me feel so good inside. Tell me how you like it. We can do it anywhere. Listen, can I tell y'all, back when this song and this video came out, that fine ass motherfucking Lil Zane could have got everything he wanted back then. Okay. That Lil Zane and his fine ass who did the little rap song and the little shower and shit. Oh my God. Kiddos, if you've never seen this video, go back and watch the video for this song with Lil Zane in it, with his little short, fine ass. Oh my God, that bitch was fine as fuck. Ooh, child. Girl. But that was a whole in the bedroom, both my bodies. This was a whole bop. This song right here, Shantae's got a man. I couldn't stand Shantae more and could not stand this song. Oh, this song was insufferable. Oh, Shantae's got a man was insufferable. I think at the time she was dating Kadeem Hardison and he dropped her ass like a bad habit. I'm just saying. He might look like a graham cracker now, but back then that bitch was fine. I'm just saying. Look at him. Now look at Terrence. Look at him. Look at him. Child. I could not stand the song. Shante got a man at home. Oh my God, I hated that song. I did not like that song. Let's be clear. Deron Jones from 112. That's the dark one. Now Heartbreak Hotel. This is the Heartbreak Hotel. This is the Heartbreak Hotel. This is the Heartbreak Hotel. You said you'd be here by 9. I'm just saying. Cha. You had all 3 of them on. Now, let's be clear. Whitney's voice was already out to pasture by this time. Her voice was already out to pasture. But Faith was still over there blowing the house down. And you know Kelly Price was still big then. She was still built like a Chrysler sedan. She was still built like a Chrysler 300 back then. And she was certainly blowing the house down back then. Baby, I loved the video, loved the song. Girl, I used to jam to me. That's what you do to me. Can be what you did to me. Child, a whole bop. A whole bop. A whole ass bop. I'm just saying. They say Whitney threw the fur coat in the one on purpose. Mm. Mm. Child. One of my other songs from this year off this same Whitney album was Same Script, Different Cast with her and Deborah Cox. When I tell you the women ate on Same Script, Different Cast, when Deborah Cox said, bitch, you can't holler no more, Whitney, but don't worry, Whitney, I got you. I'm a holler for you. Your hollering days are over, Whitney, but don't worry. I'm a holler for you. I was here for it. But Heartbreak Hotel was a whole ass bop. We were here for it. Listen. These right here was my hoes. These was my girls. Black. Boom like an 808. I heard she got a 9 to 5. Ow! But coming in after 12. I heard you're tired of her lies. Just didn't go what they think, but what? And now take me for instance. See, my love would drive me crazy, cause I'll be going boom like an 808. Boom, baby. Circles like a figure eight. You know, feels good from head to toe. Now hold on to me, baby. Here we go. You be going boom, baby, boom, boom. Ow, and I'll be going, ooh, baby, ow, 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 ow. Baby, this whole album was my shit, bitch. Bitch, I used to play this album like it was going out of style. Rest in peace to my girl, what was her name? Natina, who passed away some years ago. She was the one who did all the rapping. Yeah, rest in peace to Natina. She did all of the rapping. We love her. Shamari, you know Shamari was singing the house down. Shout out to Shamari. Shamari used to be singing the motherfucking house down. Child. They should have. They really should have. I think with the death of Lisa Left Eye, who was the one backing them and promoting them, I think that really and then when Natina died, shit. I don't think she died too long after Left Eye. And maybe a couple years after Natina died long. She been dead almost 20 years now, if not more. I'm just saying. Child. That whole album, this whole album was everything I needed. Everything I need. Child. Come through, Black. Child, here go this half of them. If you have not loved, I gave you all my trust. Would you come to me? If you have not loved, I gave you all my trust. Would you lie to me? Don't you lie to me, baby. Only thing I liked about it was I liked the video with the cute little girl dancing in front of the they had the cute little girl dancing in front of the TV. I did like that part of the video. But this song was everywhere. Shout out to Ashanti who they said sang all of Henny Fur's Jenny from the Blocks vocals. Child. Listen, y'all, right here, where my girls at? From the front to back, is you feeling that? Put one hand up, can you repeat that? Trying to take my man, see I don't need that. Hey, don't you violate me. Ow, cause I'ma make you hate me. Ow, if you decide to mess with my chop. Ow, you down to size. Make you realize you done messed up this time. Come on now. Child. You must learn the rules. Don't come close to anything that belongs to me. He is my property. So, where my girl? Feeling that. Y'all can tell I used to get into this song, right? Child, I can play this song right now, and it goes hard, bitch. 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 When I tell you, girl, when I tell you, girl, this song had bitches in a chokehold, bitch. This song, baby, had us in a whole ass chokehold. You ain't want no parts of with my girl. Girl, when you went riding with your crew, going on the way to the club, bitch, when I tell you used to blast that shit going down the street, girl, loved this song. Yes, rest in peace, honey. Rest in peace. Loved us some 702. Okay. Mm. Mm. Child. This list does have a lot of people that done went on to glory. Fortunate to have you, girl. I'm so glad you're in my world. Just as sure as the sky is blue. Glad today that I found you. Child, listen. Listen. I told y'all in my dorm room in college, I had a huge, like, the poster could fill up this whole back that you see. The poster was just, it covered up like over half my wall of Maxwell. Back first album, Maxwell from the first album, where he had the afro all out, bitch. Oh girl. Oh girl. Oh girl. Listen, let me tell you. Listen. Listen. I was so in love with some fucking Maxwell back then, late 90s. Oh, Maxwell could do no wrong. He could do no wrong. Oh, girl. I will fight you about it. Now, we talked about Sydney Sweeney's bath water the other day. I might have did some of Maxwell's bath water back in the late 90s. Oh, girl, yes. Oh, yes, ma'am. All of his bath water. All of it. All of it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wood. Mm-hmm. I'm just telling you what I know. But this was fortunate. This song actually, it was a great video too. And this song was everywhere. 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 Jesus. And the number one song on May 31st in the year of our Lord 1999. I don't want no scrubbing the guy can't get no love from me. Taking out the passenger side of his back. Ooh, trying to holler at me now. Ciao. No, I don't want your number. No, I don't want to give you mine. And no, I don't want to meet you nowhere. No, don't want none of your time. And no, I don't want no scrub. Scrub is a guy who can't get no love. Listen, Candy gonna be making money for the rest of her life off of this song. Candy made her listen. Most of her bag was gotten off of this song. I'm just gonna be honest. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. For me. Ooh, trying to holler at me now. That's our top 10. Let me go back. Number 10. This is listen, say what you want. This is one of the strongest top 10s we done had. This is one of the strongest top 10s we done had. Number 10, Brandy Almost Doesn't Count. Number 9, Tyrese Sweet Lady. Number 8, 112 featuring Lil Zane, Anywhere. Number 7, Shantae's Got a Man. Number 6, Whitney Houston featuring Faith Hill and Kelly Price, Heartbreak Hotel. Number 5, Boom Like an 808, Boom Baby, by Black. Number 4, Jennifer, If You Had My Love, Jennifer Lopez. Number 3, Where My Girls At, From the Front Back, When Is You Feeling That, 702. Number 2, Fortunate by Maxwell. And the number one R&B song on May 31st in the year of our Lord 1999 was TLC's No Scrubs. Great list. It's time for our video breakdown. I have several videos today for our video breakdown. The first one I found really cute because I'm somebody who really gets into astrology, and I found this first video real cute. Here's the video.
Zodiac sign as kids.
Obs, I think that's enough sprinkles.
Just don't tell me what to do, okay? I hate you, Uncle. Hey, that wasn't very nice. Can I do it to you?
Chloe, what is on your face?
Beauty.
Hi. Shh. Okay. Hey, Mara, how's that apple juice?
Good.
Yeah? It's good?
Fucking good. Be bad.
No, don't say that to them. I'm sorry. Marge.
Ma'am.
What are you doing?
Wash the dishes. Are you taking a picture of me?
I'm not taking a picture of you, but you making a mess. You got water everywhere.
You got shoes on, though?
I got shoes on, though. What that mean?
So, go there and clean up.
Excuse me, I made a smelly.
No, baby, you shitty.
I thought that was so cute. The Capricorn was pretty accurate. I love the Capricorn. What that was so cute. That was so cute. I thought that was real cute. That was our first video. Listen, y'all. Y'all got Shekinah. Now, if you don't know who Shekinah is who y'all call Shekinah. Now, y'all know she works for a funeral home. I don't know if she own it, but I know she be working down to the funeral home down to Atlanta. Let me show y'all this shit that they be doing for these people funerals. When we talking about doing too much, for the funeral, this is what we mean when we say, like, girl, that funeral, listen, you saw all of those wall-size pictures. Listen, I'm telling you, to get 50 obituaries printed might cost you $1,000 just to get 50 obituaries printed. So I'm not going to tell you, they had at least a dozen or so of them wall-size pictures of this woman. Each one of them probably cost you a few $1,000s. That tiara looked like it cost her a few $1,000s. Baby, she gone. And you paid all that money, and that funeral looked real empty. Did y'all look at the pews? It wasn't that many people down to this good funeral. You spending all this money, and ain't nobody even come to the damn funeral. For all that money she spent, you would have thought it would have been packed in there. You would have thought her funeral would have been packed like Hate Aretha funeral. Girl. Oh, so that is Shekinah funeral? Baby, they say that's Shekinah funeral home. I forgot what they call. Hold on, let me tell you. I think it's called Revival something. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you what it's called right now. It's called, hold on. I think it's called, I think it's called Revival Funeral Home. Something like that, honey. Revival Funeral Home. That's it. Revival Funeral Home. I mean, y'all, I don't know. Maybe y'all want all that. Quiet as it's kept. My funeral gonna be even bigger than that. But still, if you gonna have a funeral that big, what you should be concerned about is making sure that people come to that bitch. I'm just saying. Child. I just thought that was a bit too much. All right. The last, we got two more. This next one, I put this one down to the members only chat, and I thought it was so cute. Here's the video.
Hey, what? Andy's coming.
Andy's coming.
Miss Robinson, Andy's coming. Oh! Andy's coming.
Andy's coming. Andy's coming.
Andy's coming.
Miss Jackson, Andy's coming.
Andy's coming.
Andy's coming.
Andy's coming. Yes. What?
Miss Banks, Andy's coming.
Rachel, Andy's coming.
Andy's coming. Where?
Johnson, Andy's coming.
Andy's coming.
Hello.
Miss Ship, Andy's coming.
Andy's coming.
Andy's coming.
Audrey, Stella, Andy's coming.
Mr. Fabio, Andy's coming.
Hey guys, Andy's coming.
Andy's coming.
Andy's coming. Hi, Miss Renter. Andy's coming.
Andy's coming.
Andy's coming.
Andy's coming.
Now, when I saw the video at first, I saw some people in the comments didn't even know who Andy was. I was like, oh, that's so unfortunate. For those people, because there might be some people watching who don't know who Andy is. If you watch Toy Story, remember the toys used to come alive, and when the little boy Andy would come home, they used to, fall on the ground or fall down, like to make it like they weren't alive. You got to go watch Toy Story. When they would say Andy's coming. I thought it was so cute. If you're not a Toy Story person, you wouldn't know. I'm just saying. Right. That's OG. Child. Here's our last one. You got to be done with the church, okay? You have to be somebody, and you can't be somebody that go to church nowadays. You got to be old school, okay? You got to be of a certain age to know this type of church, okay? Now, you got to be of a certain age to know this. This is for all my church people who are of a certain age that could go back far enough, okay, to know about this.
I don't know who the minister of music is, but he decided to spice things up, and I'm going to go with it. Right here is Dorothy Hallelujah Sanders. She's the church mother, and she running things, and she marching in like she running things, and you better not say nothing to her. Next is Linda. Linda is the pastor's wife. She humble, and she don't want no problems. Now behind her is Josephine, and Josephine got a nasty attitude, and she mad because she ain't in the front, but don't say nothing because she loves to fight. Now behind her is Lois. God bless Lois. Lois is marching in even though she ain't feeling well. She is suffering from gas. Yes, she bloated, as you can see, and we all know when she get in that choir stand, she gonna blow things up. Now this here is Linda. Linda don't know nothing. She ain't been in no practice, but the only reason she showed up is because she know we feeding. Now these two behind her, they don't even go to the church. They just jumped in line because they know boots on the ground is the next selection. Now behind him is Jay. Jay has no idea that we know he gay. Yes, Jay, us and Jesus know you gay. And here is Paul. Paul got on his sister's shit. He ought to be ashamed of himself and need to be kicked out the line.
Girl, that's my kind of carry on, honey. That's my type of churching, honey. Child. Baby, you know when they did that march? Baby, listen. No, the one that first took me out was Josephine. That third lady that had on them glasses with that mean mug. Every church had a sister Josephine in there that always had that mean mug. One more time, so some of us can reminisce.
I don't know who the minister of music is, but he decided to spice things up, and I'm going to go with it. Right here is Dorothy, hallelujah, Sanders. She's the church mother, and she running things, and she marching in like she running things, and you better not say nothing to her. Next is Linda. Linda is the pastor's wife. She humble, and she don't want no problems. Now behind her is Josephine, and Josephine got a nasty attitude, and she mad because she ain't in the front. But don't say nothing because she loves to fight. Now behind her is Lois. God bless Lois. Lois is marching in even though she ain't feeling well. She is suffering from gas. Yes, she bloated, as you can see, and we all know when she get in that choir stand, she gonna blow things up. Now this here is Linda. Linda don't know nothing. She ain't been in no practice, but the only reason she showed up is because she know we feeding. Now these two behind her, they don't even go to the church. They just jumped in line because they know boots on the ground is the next selection. Now behind him is Jay. Jay has no idea that we know he gay. Yes, Jay, us and Jesus know you gay. And here is Paul. Paul got on his sister's shit. He ought to be ashamed of himself and need to be kicked out the line.
Baby, Paul said, baby, I got on my Easter dress. Girl, you don't know me. Paul said, you gonna let me wear this good Easter dress? You saw mama had on her pumps? No, Uncle Jay. Sister Josephine smoked either Benson and Hedges or Virginia Slims. I'm telling you, she smoked either Benson and Hedges or Virginia Slims. With that type of mean mug, your mama smoked Benson and Hedges or Virginia Slims. But that Paul, baby, mama had her pumps on. She had that good skirt, baby. She said, I'm still going to be a respectable woman. Paul said, if I'm coming here in my woman and matronly clothing, I'm going to be respectable. This good skirt is going to go beneath my knees, okay? That skirt was beneath them knees, honey. I might have to put, we don't have fun with those shots. I'm going to see if I can put some of them in the members only chat. Shout out to the members. Hold on. I didn't see if he had on pearls. We're going to do one more time because this is a video breakdown. So we do need to break this down. We got to break down Paul's good outfit. Okay. And what was that big bow that Lois had on in the middle of that dress? That bow was big as hell. Girl. But let's be clear. Sister Josephine, she smoked either Benson and Hedges or Virginia Slims.
I don't know who the minister of music is, but he decided to spice things up, and I'm going to go with it. Right here is Dorothy, hallelujah, Sanders. She's the church mother, and she running things, and she marching in like she running things, and you better not say nothing to her. Next is Linda. Linda is the pastor's wife. She humble, and she don't want no problems. Now behind her is Josephine, and Josephine got a nasty attitude, and she mad because she ain't in the front. But don't say nothing because she loves to fight. Now behind her is Lois. God bless Lois. Lois is marching in even though she ain't feeling well. She is suffering from gas. Yes, she bloated, as you can see, and we all know when she get in that choir stand, she gonna blow things up. Now this here is Linda. Linda don't know nothing. She ain't been in no practice, but the only reason she showed up is because she know we feeding. Now these two behind her, they don't even go to the church. They just jumped in line because they know boots on the ground is the next selection. Now behind him is Jay. Jay has no idea that we know he gay. Yes, Jay, us and Jesus know you gay. And here is Paul. Paul got on his sister's shit. He ought to be ashamed of himself and need to be kicked out the line.
No, I ain't seen no pearl on Paul unless I missed it. Not Miss Josephine cornbread dry as fuck. Probably. Probably. Probably is. I'm just saying. Child. Child, girl. Girl, child. A mess. A mess. I hope y'all enjoyed the video breakdowns today, okay? I hope y'all enjoy it. It's time for us to get ready to get up out of here. I got some crabs waiting for me, okay? So I need to get ready to eat these good crabs, y'all. Listen, y'all. Did y'all enjoy yourselves today? If you enjoyed yourself today, go ahead and put a Shondo in the chat before we get to these good palate cleansers. Cha. Y'all know we love a good palate cleanser or two. Cha. No, I'm gonna try and see if I can upload it to the members only chat. Terrence. All right. Oh, is this how we're starting today? Wait, let me make this big. Hold on. Is this how we're starting today? Oh, hey, Miss Old School, what's going on? Is this how we're starting? Right off the oh, girl. Yeah, he could do some things. Uh-huh. Oh, hey, pretty lady with the chocolate. Mm-hmm. What's this pole you holding? You like holding poles? Oh. 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 Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, pretty lady, that's a pretty bathing suit and some pretty hair. Mm-hmm. That's Orion. I had to put Orion in here this week because Orion been giving us life all week while he's been down to the Jamaica. He's been giving us life all week. All them Granberry brothers are fine. Omarion, Orion, and the other one too. All of them fine as hell. Oh, sir, what is this down here? What's this down here, sir? Sir, what is this? What is this? Hey, pretty lady, you so cute. No, we not going back, Harold. Oh, okay. That's somebody's daddy right there. Wait, how am I going too fast, Chef Don? How am I going too fast? I'm going in a respectable, timing. Oh, come on, pretty lady with the big booty. Ain't them old brothers fine as hell, spicy? Girl. Well, who is this? Well, what you looking at? You looking for me out that window? I'm over here. I'm over here. Child. Wait, sir. 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 What is all of this? Sir. Sir, 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 sir. Jason said he ordered the cake. Him or Terrence, one of them. Sir, what is all of this down here? Praise God. Child. This is how we know it's a God that sits on high and looks down low. Oh, child. Hey, pretty lady. Some nice tatas. Child. Child. Now, this is my baby daddy, McCard Brooks. And y'all see, McCard trying to give y'all a little something down here. Y'all see McCard? I'm going to give y'all a little sign. This don't look too hard at my baby dad. Let me go on because y'all going to try to look too hard at my baby daddy. Listen, this the kind of trade that be getting me in trouble. Y'all know I like my man's real skinny, like real thin and skinny and real hood and shit. This the kind of trade that get me in trouble. Yeah, that was McCard, Sam. This the kind of trade that get me in trouble all the damn time. Let me move on. Oh. 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 Mm. You got a nice smile there, sir. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Well, that's a pretty smile and a pretty thigh. Mm-hmm. Oh. 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 Well, hello, light bright. Okay. That's a lot of hips, ma'am. Ma'am, that's a lot of hips. That's a lot of hips. Yeah, give me a little skinny, little black, little something like this. Mm-hmm. Yes, he'll get me in trouble. Mm-hmm. Yeah, give me a little skinny, little something. Mm-hmm. I know his ex-boyfriend. I know this boy's ex-boyfriend. Mm-hmm. Oh, hey, lady. Oh. You need me to come lay next to you or on top of you? Huh? Oh. Oh. Hey, pretty lady. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a big old booty. You got a big old booty, lady. Child, we had him down. If you're in the members only chat, you've seen the bottom half of this. This is only the top half of this. This is if you're in the members only chat, you've seen the bottom half of this, and he's giving you everything you want in the bottom half. We could only show the top half. Listen, we could only show the top half because the bottom half, all glory is out. All glory. Hey, pretty lady. Child, Uncle Jay, you saw him in that in the members only chat. Giving y'all all of the meats. Oh. He cute. He a little bit too gay. This look like something he wore down to the Cowboy Carter tour. I see the femininity is oozing through you. Shout out to Alexander Rogers. It's oozing through you, sir. You wore that down to the Beyond Skank concert. She almost looked like Rihanna. Oh. 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 You look like you got a couple warrants, sir. You look like you got a few warrants. You got a few warrants out. Oh, he was definitely at Beyond Skank. Oh. Hey, pretty lady, you got some real pretty skin. Oh. Now he went down to the Beyond Skank concert. Oh. You got a little bit too many muscles, sir. You're gonna try and throw me from wall to wall. And I am pure and chaste. I can't be having you throwing me from wall to wall. Oh. Hey, pretty lady. How are you today? Oh. You cute, sir, but I want you to give me a little more down here. Like, you can't just be taking pictures with boxer briefs and not giving me. You got to give me a little more than this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh. Ooh. Come on now. Come on for pose. Mama is posing for y'all. Now this right here. Yeah, this would get me in trouble. Don't look at him too hard. Y'all don't look too goddamn hard. Don't be looking too hard at my man now. I would hate to have to fuck somebody up. Don't be looking too hard. She's giving me very much Sexy Red. That's what she's giving me, Sexy Red. You used to play cornerback on your high school and college football team. Yeah, you were supposed to be in the NFL and it ain't quite work out. So now you side got a side gig as a trainer. That's what he gives. Come on, chocolate. Milk chocolate. Child. Oh, them some nice, cute shorts. I got a pair over there in the room. I got a pair of shorts in the room over there. I'm gonna put some on when I go get my crabs. Okay. Okay. You cute. Oh, they call you thickness, huh, mama? Mama is thick. Yeah, I'll let you do a couple things. Yep. We'll have some good fun. Some good fun, sir. Fun. Big fun. Down with the wretched. You're a little too big for me, sir. That's too many muscles. Too many muscles. You got some mesmerizing eyes, though. But that's too many muscles. You look like you got a bad temper, though. You look like you get mad at at any little thing. I can't. You look like you got too much of a temper for me. I can't. Now that's a thick woman right there. That's a lot of woman. Jason, that's a lot of woman right there. That is a lot of woman. Okay? They call her thickness. Oh. Ooh. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Slim in the waist. Child. Yeah. That's another thick one right there. It's a lot of woman. It's a lot of when I use the rails to disembark. Oh, you know what? It's a lot of woman right now. Oh. Can I slide up in this bath water with you? Okay. Okay. But you're not giving me enough down here. Child. Okay. That's what we do on computer. You gonna conveniently freeze on this one computer? Really? That's what you're gonna do? Conveniently freeze on this one. Let me let you do what you gonna do. Okay. Hey, pretty lady. You blaming it on shrinkage, Sam? Okay. Okay. That's another thick one. That's a lot of woman. That's a lot of woman. There go my man. Hey, man. Man, what you got going on down here, huh? What you got going on down here, man? All right. Well, listen. That is the dossier for today. Did y'all a whole 3 hours? I'm about to go get my crab and enjoy the rest of my day. I got to pack. Programming note, I will be out of town tomorrow, Monday, and Tuesday. I will return on Wednesday. I will be out of town for the next 3 days, and I will return on Wednesday. So that's your programming note. Y'all don't do nothing I would do while I'm gone. Once again, if you want to support the platform, you can do that here by clicking the QR code and supporting the platform. Put a 27 in the chat if you enjoyed today's edition of Silly Saturday. If you enjoyed today's edition of Silly Saturday, go ahead and put a 27 in the chat. We certainly enjoy. Thank you again, The Inform. You sent another cash app. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You say that's for the crabs. I appreciate it because we sure finna use them for these good crabs we about to get over here. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Anyway, we about to get up out of here and enjoy the rest of our Saturday. Listen, I hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Saturday. Y'all know it takes I'm not gonna even lie to y'all. Silly Saturday does take a minute. I told you it takes about 5 or 6 hours to produce Silly Saturday. It's a labor of love, though. We love bringing it to y'all. We love being in community with y'all and making y'all laugh, helping you learn, keeping you informed, and making sure that you all know what's out there. And then we have our palate cleansers on the way out. Y'all, we going down to the members only chat to continue to frolic and do what we our members only chat so we can frolic and continue to do what we do. I hope you all have a phenomenal weekend. Oh, Miss Baythang gifted a membership to Chef Don. Oh, okay. Chef Don, send me a DM on Instagram so I can send you the link for the members only chat. Send me a DM on Instagram so I can send you the link to join the members only chat. Oh, I love me some blue crabs, but I need them to be jumbo. I could do large. They either got to be large, jumbo, or colossal. That's gonna be expensive, but when you got a little bit of coin, you could go get it. Yeah, Miss Baythang gifted you a membership, so you gotta send me a DM on Instagram so I can add you to the members only chat. Thank you for gifting a membership, Miss Baythang. Listen, y'all have an outstanding rest of your day, an awesome weekend. As I always say, I love y'all. I love on y'all. Thank you all for being vocal, present, and active. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions that you make to the channel. They are much obliged and much appreciated. I hope y'all have a phenomenal rest of y'all Saturday, a phenomenal weekend. And maybe y'all may see me tonight. I'm gonna see if we're doing the chasing panel tonight. We may do the chasing Dallas panel with me, Really B, and Abby tonight. I'll check with them and see if we're doing that tonight. So you may see me tonight. If you don't see me tonight there, then I'll check you all out on Wednesday. All right. That's all I got for y'all. Until next time. Thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. I'm out.